The concepts that we're going to share with you today have represented the centerpiece of ASCO's annual meeting for several years. Many of our biggest studies have focused and increasingly focused on targeted approaches to treatment. These advances reflect our ever-deepening understanding of cancer's biology, in turn made possible by historic investment in cancer biology and science at the national level over many decades. These treatments have become more sophisticated with every passing year, and you saw that just yesterday. For example, here at the meeting are reports where we demonstrate the benefits of attacking multiple genomic drivers in combination or using combined targeted therapies to augment and steer the body's own immune system. Recently, precision medicine has gotten a huge boost at the federal level. In January, President Obama announced a precision medicine initiative in his State of the Union address. Make no mistake, this is about cancer and about much more than cancer, all at the same time. But a big part of the early successes in precision medicine and what we're focused on is, of course, cancer medicine. The NCI MATCH trial that you'll hear about today is a critical and leading part of that initiative. And in Congress right now, both the House and the Senate are advancing bills that hope to significantly change and infuse much-needed federal resources for the ways we conduct research. This holds great promise to bringing faster cures to millions of Americans who so desperately need them. In oncology, we've embraced this idea for years. The initiatives today that we're discussing reflect not a new initiative, but an expansion of an ongoing dream that we have been pursuing. As always, the development of individual targeted treatments remains critical, but there are at least 3 other fundamental challenges that we need to address if we're going to deliver on the promise of precision medicine. First, we have to find new ways of efficiently testing drugs according to the molecular characteristics of tumors. Simply put, this means testing drugs based upon the biology of the cancer, not its anatomic source. In principle, we know that if 2 tumors share a common genomic defect, then at least possibly a single treatment that targets that defect might be effective for both. This makes the site of origin a little less critical, and again, the molecular biology a little more critical. However, most clinical trials still test targeted drugs in groups of patients with a specific tumor type, like melanoma or non-small cell lung cancer, and sometimes in patient populations that don't match the characteristics of the larger populations that we will ultimately need to treat. The NCI MATCH trial reflects a dramatic shift towards research based on tumor biology, not tumor site. It's a paradigm that's new for the field, and we're really excited to have Dr. Jim Darshow and his colleagues here to announce its launch. ASCO's TAPER trial will also address this challenge from a different standpoint, complementary. It looks at patients receiving targeted drugs off-label that are available in many cases and were originally developed for other approved reasons. Our second main challenge is that we need to learn from many more patients than we do today. In fact, ideally, we need to learn from all of them. As an aside, most patients treated in most cancer doctors' offices believe that their experience is informing the whole, and that's sadly untrue in most cases. Right now, we actually learn from only about 3% of patients, those who participate in formal clinical research trials. The only way that we can keep pace with the expanding scientific opportunities that are in front of us is to expand the number and diversity of the patients we can learn from. An old, simple answer is put more people on clinical research trials, but unfortunately that comes with a very large price tag, as everybody knows, and lots of burdens and hurdles and challenges. So that solution may not be the only one. So third, we have to harness data in new and powerful ways. That is a central theme, again, of this year's meeting. It's critically important because precision medicine adds a vast complexity to the field and even to the individual patient's care and decision-making. We've entered a world where almost every cancer could be seen as a rare cancer, defined by its unique molecular characteristics, augmented by the unique genetic background of each individual patient, potentially. That brings a vast increase in the possibilities that we need to consider and the amount of information that doctors have to deal with every single day. And the only way they could begin to do that is if we provide them with new tools to simplify, streamline, and assist them. So ASCO's CancerLink is one of several efforts that aim to harness this kind of big data in the service of high-quality precision medicine, and we believe it's among the most ambitious and ultimately will prove to be hugely important. CancerLink is an answer to both the second and third challenges on this slide. It will allow us to draw insights from every patient with cancer who we can take data from. It will transform data from all of these patients into information that doctors can actually use.